The last step to putting the entire drawing package together is to put it together into a single drawing. Typically, I would start with the CAM drawing, but I'm noticing my drawing properties are not set here, where I did have them set on my wheel drawing. So I'm going to start with my wheel drawing and bring everything into here, but I'll reorder it in the proper order. You're going to use the option Import Drawing Data. Mine lives in my ribbon up here in my drawing, but yours might live under the Insert dropdown. So you want to find this Import Drawing/Data. You might find it from the search button if you're not finding it readily, but Import Drawing Data is the only thing available. And I've got all of my drawings in session. They've all been opened up, but you would find them from whatever folder they live in. I would want to bring in the assembly drawing. And now that's here in sheet 2. I can reorder them by dragging. And it's a really good practice to rename them across the bottom here. I'm going to come back and deal with the order shortly. Import. Base. Import. Locking disk. Import. Drive arm. Import. Standoff. Import. And I'm in the wheel now, so that should be all the pages. All right, this is the base. Now some of mine are not completed. We'll talk about that in a second. Locking disk. Drive arm. Standoff. The order you want to have them in is the order that they show up here in the bill of materials. So I'd start with the base. The spacer and the large washer are fasteners. Drive arm comes next. And then the standoff. And then the wheel and the locking disc. So this is the right order to have them in. Notice the properties are set for all of them. So the dropping properties stay with whatever was added in first. Just there. So we have the assembly and all 5 of the parts, and they all live in the same file. You can just type in here, make master. I think it's pretty obvious that the part number is given here. Okay, so that's a pretty good drawing package. We've got the assembly drawing, we've got all the parts added. The last thing I want to do is file, rename, because it said as the wheel. So this is going to be KNL Geneva KM 2195. I want to save as a backup, and that's going to create a copy of everything into the same folder, so everything's living all together. You don't want to keep working in the originals. You want to only work in this one if you have any changes to make. So sometimes when I'm actually putting together my drawing package, I'll build it in, I'll just drop the drawings in and then do all the work here. You may have noticed the plus sign in the tabs. This will create a new tab, but the new tab doesn't bring in a top, front, or right side view, and it keeps whatever the model was that we were already on. It just kind of becomes a bit of a pain to deal with. It doesn't give us all of the benefits of the format. So I don't use the plus sign when I'm adding sheets. I usually create a sheet on its own using my template and then bring it in here. So let's go ahead and delete that. And I, again, create it kind of off out of the drawing and then bring it in using the import drawing data. A few other things to point out here. If you did file save as, you would get a quick export option for a PDF. That PDF would give you all of the pages. All of your hidden lines are going to show up dashed line style. It'll give you the right size. Quick export as a PDF is a good way to share with someone who's doesn't necessarily have Creo. The other option available is, or that you need to do for this class, is file, save as a copy, zip file. And that zip file is the one that you need to upload. All right, that's it. Make sure all the pages have full drawings, including center lines and dimensions and notes as needed. So go back and review those part dimension videos and apply those to all the drawings. This would not be considered acceptable. It needs all that dimensioning and center lines applied.